One evening, I saw the email asking for an assessment. I was like, about an assessment. In case you don't know, I am on a challenge to answer one question. One and only but one question. Am I lazy or unlucky? So hey people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Deborah Dada. Day to day, I'm a product designer, but on the side, I enjoy corporate events. And I do a lot of strategy around corporate events. And I also own a social impact initiative called Trust Things, where we organize the biggest teenage conference in Africa. Alright, in case you don't know, I am on a challenge to answer one question. One and only but one question. Am I lazy or unlucky? So I've been doing a series where I am posting consistently for 30 days to just share things that I know, from lifestyle to faith, from faith to my social impact projects, to my day-to-day work, to all of the things that I get up to. And I hope that it blesses somebody, gives them clarity and direction, and it just helps everyone have fun and learn from my own experiences. So today is another day where I bring you the gist of how I passed my Amazon interview, but I did not get the job. It's confusing, right? Yeah. I passed the interview, but did not get the job. So this is a story time of how that happened. I have bullet points of my story, and I'm going to be showing you, I'm telling you the story, one line at a time, one after the other. All right. So, jejely, I was on my own. Okay, so I was on my own jejely because I applied for the role. I saw the role. It was a senior product designer, senior UX designer. So in case you don't know what UX design is user experience design. So basically what a UX designer does is create the experience of any digital product that you see out there. What is the look and feel? How will users walk through it? What should be the experience of the users? How can it be improved? And how can we understand the user and then say, okay, this is what the user needs. Let us create, based on the research that we have done, the best experience for the user. That's basically what I do. So sometime in September 2024, I applied for this role and I saw it. It's the senior UX designer, payment product at Amazon. For my friends that know me, I love payment products. Oh my God. I have always worked in fintech. It was just one job that I've done that is not like financial product. I've always worked in financial products, from payments to banking, from banking to other financial infrastructures like investment, savings. I just love any products that's like money product, because it's very easy for me to create those experiences, like understanding the users and all of that. So when I saw this job opening, it was quite interesting. I was out of the job at the time, so I was mass applying, but that particular job stood out to me because I really wanted it. So I applied and I just left it. One evening, I saw the email asking for an assessment. I was like, about an assessment? They're like, oh, it's a 60-minute assessment, and then they will check what can you do and just prepare you. Funny enough, I think it records your video and your audio, but it's like an auto assessment. You can know if you pass or fail. It's not like someone reviews it. It's like a system already updates it to know whether you pass or you fail. So I applied and I did the assessment rather. The assessment was like, they will create scenarios like, you're given a task to do this, you're working with somebody from another team, you're working with your product manager, you're working with these people, this is the data you have. What's your typical day going to be like? Who are you going to contact for what and all of that? So they made it very scenario based. It was like very good, talking to XY people. There were real names that were attached to it, so it felt like a workplace simulation, and it was like interesting. So for 60 minutes I was playing life like I was already working at Amazon, and it was good to know. So I passed that stage successfully, and on another evening I got email, invited for a recruiter's call. I was like, recruiter's call, okay, this is getting a little too serious for me. I'm scared. But I went on to the recruiter's call. It was supposed to be like a 30-minute call, but it's not like a phone call. We were using Amazon Chime, which is, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, which is the platform that, like a Google Meet or a Zoom platform, but is owned by Amazon, and I think they only use it internally. So I had the call that day, which was also like late October. I had the recruiter call and it went smoothly. We were just talking about my experience. I felt like I was saying the right things. I engaged the recruiter well. One thing I've learned to do before that time was, if I'm meeting with any recruiter, I don't just come to you talking to you that, oh, I do this, I do this. I have a slide for you. I'll tell you about myself, like my journey. I'll tell you things I do outside of design. So it will be really fun, and the way we would relate together was like very nice. So we had that session with the recruiter. It was such a very interesting session, and it was good. And I felt like I knew I was going to pass it. And then a few weeks later, I was saying, beep, now come and meet our hiring manager. And then they sent list of requirements for that interview. That was when I knew that, okay, this thing is about to get real. And you know that the recruiter interview I had did not count. The assessment I had did not count, because the heading of this email was senior UX designer first interview. So they used that to tell me that, see, you've just gotten into the process. This is just the beginning. And yeah, went into the session. So they told me the guideline was, oh, this interview is going to be about the 16 Amazon leadership principles. I'm like, a company has 16 leadership principles? Why? I thought we're supposed to have 5 values, but they have 16, which was quite interesting, because there were key points like customer obsession, think big, there were quite a number of ones like learn and be curious. Oh, sorry, I made notes. Learn and be curious, customer obsession. It was so fun, those principles, because I could read with it and I could relate to them. That, okay, yeah, fact. Fair enough. So I had to learn all 16 principles. I tell you. So the way the interview went was the hiring manager will ask you, okay, tell me about the time where this and this and this happened. And all you have to do is to use a method called STAR. STAR. S stands for what is the situation. T is for the task. A is for the action, and R is for the result. So they say, well, tell me about the time you were stranded and this. You don't just come and say, I was stranded at this time and that's it. You have to tell them, what was the situation? Okay, the situation, my manager was on leave and I had to make a very important design decision. So what I did was I made like half of the decision, and we rolled out with that, and the result was good. So when my manager came back, we rolled the remaining half live, and then everything was good. So you have to give them metric based, and particularly in the results, it has to be like an impact, a measurable impact. So you have to be talking about metrics. Oh my god, I don't want to go into the details of my job. But yeah, so you have to use the STAR method to talk about the principles. All the 16 principles, I knew them offhand. It's been a year after, so it's okay for me to forget. So I learned all of the principles, tried to put them to scenario based, to different jobs that I've done before in the past. I had a notebook, like I was literally writing, okay, this principle, this is the job that will match it. These are the possible scenarios of examples that I will give. I had everything. Is it band for band? But like I had it back to back. And the session was good. But only for me to finish that session. And they got back to me and was like, oh, we have moved to this next stage, but unfortunately, this role has been filled by someone internally. So you mean that I've moved to the next stage, I've passed the interview, but then somebody else internally has taken the role. What will now happen to me? So when I said, oh, all of that and all of that, and I'm like, okay. And towards the end of the email, I read, yeah, but we have another role, and you won't have to apply from the beginning again. You just have to switch over to that role. So it was like an internal change. I won't have to do all the interviews or the assessment I've done before. They'll just pass me on. But now it will mean that I'll be working with a new recruiter, which is different from the recruiter I was working with previously. I'll be working with, it's a different team. And now the difference with this role is it is not a senior UX designer role. It is just a UX designer role. The senior UX designer role is an L6, but this one is L5, level 5. So I'm like, fair enough, let's go. I did not say I was senior before. That's a lie. But yeah, so I went ahead and I applied for I said, oh yeah, give my consent, transfer me to the next people. Let's keep it popping. Let's keep it moving. I'm in the mood. So yeah, moved me all over to the new recruitment. It was quite smooth. And so it meant that I did not need to do hiring manager because they had all my data in-house already. I just slightly moved to that new role. So, and then they sent me the next stage of interview for that new role. That's when I knew that, okay, it's about to go down. So, all right, with that, I went ahead. They sent the interview process, which meant that I had one stage of interview, which would be with another hiring manager, and then a session that they call interview loop. So that interview loop is 6 hours. I will come back to that. So I had the first 1 hour with the hiring manager. He just wanted to know me. So it was not like, oh, it was not as deep as the other hiring manager. It was just like, okay, these other guys, you're coming from somebody else. I just need to know you before we put you in the process. So it was like a 1 hour call, talked about a lot of things, Amazon leadership principles, projects that I've worked on before, showed him a lot of UI. So let me tell you about this new role. This new role is also UX designer, like I said, but it's in a team called Conversational AI, and it's for a product called Rufus. So if you use the Amazon app, you know that there's a Rufus thing there, like a conversational AI that can help you like choose products, best products that's fit for you based on conversations that you have with the AI. So it was like the AI part of Amazon. So he told me about the role. Nice, I was interested. I mean, AI has been buzzing for a while, so it would be nice to actually work in that. He was quite keen about me, interested, and he moved me on to the next stage, which is the 6 hours interview. Tell me how a normal human being will sit down for a 6 hours interview. All right, so when they sent me the chart to choose my days, they said, oh, I could do all of the 6 hours at once, or I could split it across 2 days. I'm like, that 2 days option, Naka, what's that TikTok sound? Bring that one. So I did 3 hours, 2 hours on the first day, and 3 hours, 6 hours. Sorry, oh my god. I did 2 hours on the first day and 4 hours on the next day. So the first 1 hour was called Tech Talk. So it means that all of you will just be talking, but then you'll be all the people that you would still speak to in the coming 5 hours. All of you is like, before the batch of 1 hour for the 5 hours, let all of us first meet ourselves first. So that was the Tech Talk. I shared my case study. They asked questions. They were like designers that I'll be working with, product managers, engineering managers. It was a lot. It was sort of quite overwhelming. In that first call, I wouldn't lie, I had a nerve. I was literally shaking, and at some point I needed to ask that, would you mind if I stand up? I was not in the room physically, it was a virtual call, but I was sitting, so I needed to let them know that I want to stand up. I need to pace around just so that I feel less anxious. But it still did not affect the interview, to be honest. It went absolutely well. Everyone had fun. The questions I couldn't answer, I told them, oh, I don't know that. I would learn on the job. But yeah, oh my god, this video is getting really long. So at that first 1 hour, the next 1 hour, it was what called the whiteboarding session. So it means that they'll give you an hypothetical situation and ask you to solve for it. So that's what we call whiteboarding session. So I did a whiteboarding session for another 1 hour. And when that day was done, I just went straight to bed. Woke up the next day to continue the remaining 4 hours, and then back to back for those 4 hours, they were talking about the same Amazon leadership principles. I'm like, at that point, if you check half of my brain, it's Amazon leadership principles. If I'm sleeping and you wake me up, I'll tell you about Amazon leadership principles. It was how much I knew them. And then I went through all of the remaining 4 hours on that day. I finished on a Thursday, and oh boy, there's something called anxiety. It was like they poured the oil of anxiety on me. Oh, I was anxious. At the moment I dropped it, I was so scared. What would happen? I was on Reddit. I was everywhere reading about Amazon interviews. By the way, there's a company that the sole goal of that company is to help you get into Amazon. So I read all their materials, watched all their videos where they talk about Amazon leadership principles, the different interview processes. If those people have 1 million views, possibly maybe 5,000 or so, because I was watching their videos back to back to understand the Amazon interview process. The only thing I did not do was to pay for them to teach me because I did not have the money. But every other content that they had, I consumed it. Finished the interview process, and yeah, Friday, so anxious. Over the weekend, I could barely go by. That was all that I could think of. And Monday came, they sent an email that, let's talk about this tomorrow. Let's talk about your interview outcome tomorrow. I'm like, what? Why can't you send me email? Why are you waiting to tell me on a call? And that then birthed another level of anxiety. And all through the night, I had intense chest pain. My heart was like, I could feel so much pain. Woke up in the morning, and the moment I woke up, I just knew something is going to go wrong today. And then I went to the call. I think the call was like 9 a.m. because I chose it in the morning. Like, let's know what we are doing. I had the call at 9 a.m. and the person was like, oh, you passed, you were successful for our level 5 Amazon UX designer, you did exceptionally well and all of that. But the issue is, bear in mind, a day before, the hiring manager followed me on LinkedIn. So I felt like that gave me some sort of peace. He has followed me on LinkedIn. This guy is on my matter. He's fighting for me. So that gave me some sort of peace of mind. I was like, I woke up in the morning, and after praying, I just felt like, I think this one, something is going to go wrong. So when she was like, oh, everyone really liked my work and all that, I passed exceedingly for a level 5 product UX designer at Amazon. But the particular role they're hiring for, they need someone good with interactions, playing with colors, like animations and all that they need an interaction designer. And I'm like, I'm not an interaction designer, I'm a UX designer. And at that point I started wishing, oh, should I have also learned interaction skills? Maybe I was not good enough. Oh my god, I wailed, I cried. And she was not like, oh, that yeah, the job is still there, they just need to look for a department in Amazon that needs a UX designer, and I won't need to go through another interview. They just give me the offer. I'm still waiting for a UX designer role to be open in Amazon till I speak today. But she said, yeah, the interview was valid for 1 year, which means that by November this year, which is when you'll be seeing this video, my 1 year will be complete without still resuming or getting an offer from Amazon. But I did pass the interview. I think particularly, I'm trying to find the email that I got, because the email was quite funny though. It read exactly, thank you for it said, congratulations again on having a successful interview for a Hell 5 UX designer at Amazon. So I had a successful interview, passed the interview actually, but I did not get a job. Quite interesting, quite funny. So yeah, that was my experience. One that really shaped how I started looking at interviews differently since then. I started looking at it from the point that I'm also I shouldn't fall into depression because of a job. As much as you need me, as much as I need a job, you also need my expertise. And it should be like a balance between that, and not approach interviews with some level of anxiety. It's bad. But yeah, that was a lesson I really learned in that time. Going through that interview process also helped me put my game up in terms of how I present myself at the interview. But yeah, that's the story for today on how I passed my Amazon interview, but I did not get a job. I hope something resonated with you there. And thank you so much. My name is Deborah Dada. Once again, day to day, I am a product designer. On the side, I do everything around corporate events, social impact. I just like to have fun and make sure that I'm a better person every day that I wake up. So see you again tomorrow on where we answer the question, am I lazy or I'm just unlucky? I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.